Welcome back to the channel. I'm your boy Andre, and what we're gonna do in this video, we're gonna look at the many ways we use Gwaan. Some ways you probably hear already, and some that may surprise you. Coming up after this. Welcome back to the channel where we teach the language of Jamaica and do our part to preserve the Jamaican culture. Now, we're far along enough in the lessons to explore one of the most common words we use in Jamaican, and that are the word Gwaan. We're going to look at where it comes from and the four main contexts we use it. So, we could jump into the video. The word Gwaan are one of the most commonly used in Jamaican, and you're probably familiar with it from we main greeting. It actually formed from the English phrase go on, and we get it to mean a myriad of things in various contexts. But for now, make we examine we main greeting and how to properly say it. Wa Gwaan. Wa a Gwaan. In English translates to what is going on. The full breakdown from the previous lessons equates to wa, which is what, a go is going based on the dominant a in front of verbs, and on is self-explanatory. Wa'a in Jamaican usually get the extended a treatment and pronounce without a break and sound like wa. So the correct pronunciation is wagwan. Wagwan. Another example, wa'am, which is what's happening. We have another word, not as popular as Gwaan, but we use it in the same context, and that word is galang, which comes from the English phrase go along. So, wagalang means what is going along, but we use it in the context of what's going on until we don't. People sometimes write wagwan like this and pronounce it wagwan. But in Jamaican, that means something completely different. And we will explain that in a few. But for now, make we move on to the other contexts. The first context we use Gwaan outside our greeting as a command. So if in a commanding way, you tell somebody to Gwaan, you are telling them to leave. We could check out a couple examples. Gwaan. Time for you to go on home. It'll get late. Go and go do your homework. We can also use galang in this context. The second context we use Gwaan are in the context of happening. For example, you can ask somebody what happened with them by asking, what go on with you? What's happening with you? Here are some other ways. Big things are going for you, which is big things are happening for you. Me no like wagwan, which is I don't like what is happening. Me nah go allow this for Gwaan, which is I am not going to allow this to go on or happen. Galang can also be used as a substitute here. The third context we use Gwaan are in the context of behave. But we just check out some examples to demonstrate. Me no like how you are going, which is I don't like how you are behaving. Stop going like you don't have no sense, which is stop behaving or acting like you don't have any sense. You are going like you don't hear me, which is you are behaving or acting like you don't hear me. Galang also works in this context. The fourth way we use Gwaan are in the context of progress or acceptability. Make me explain. If you ask about someone's progress in school, job, or other activity, and the response is them are Gwaan, means they are progressing. Also, to give you opinion of something, if it's acceptable, you can use it can go on, which means it is acceptable. For example, how Trevor do in school? Him a go on. How him grades? Them can go on. Him could have do a little better, but them can go on for now. Which is, how is Trevor doing in school? He is progressing well. How are his grades? They are acceptable. He could do a little better, but they are acceptable for now. I know I sound like a scratch record by now, but galang work in this context as well. Before we wrap up, make we circle back to wagwan. Now, wagwan is correct in the past tense. Since Gwaan here directly follow the object wa, so used this way would mean what went on, as we previously covered in the past tense lesson. You still need context to confirm the tense. For example, what go on yesterday when I never dey home? What went on yesterday when I wasn't home? What go on when me not there? Enough for me concern. Which is, what goes on when I am not here is not my concern. Me think me know what go on, but me not sure. Which is, I think I know what went on, but I am not sure. So the distinction between wagwan and wagwan, even though it is very subtle, is clear. One is present tense, what is going on, versus past tense, what went on, or depending on context, what goes on. Again, I understand this is a whole heap of information, and you may have to watch the video a couple times to cement the lesson. But we use this going forward, so it's in front of you. So you don't need to memorize. We're going to leave it yourself for today. Let me know in the comments what you think. I love the feedback. I hope all of this makes sense. So, all right, peeps. So, we'll see you on the next one. And as always, until next time, take it easy.